What's up, guys? This is Dago Seda here again, continuing on with Majora's Mask 3 hearts. Though at this point in the game, saying 3 hearts isn't going to really mean much because it's impossible for you to have more than 3 hearts. I left that little thing in there for dramatic effect. And the first thing you have to do when you go to downtown, or just the clock town, this is sort of like the central area that you'll be back here like every once in a while to actually this is just where you start the game really. Every time you save, you start the game. And I'll talk about the save system maybe later because at this point it's not relevant. But one thing you'll definitely notice is that you can't save at this point. So basically you have to play at least until the end of what I'm going to get to at this video. Alright, so when you first started, Tattle said we have to go to the Great Fairy. But the Great Fairy is not the Great Fairy right now. She's all fragmented up, and you have to go and find her missing piece, I guess. And quite frankly, I'd rather see those little things than the ugly, fake boob N64 fairy. Because that's probably one of the ugliest things in Zelda. Those fairies, they're like freaky. And alright, so this I decided to run by this guy here, figuring because I'd have to trigger that at some point, and I might as well just get it over with now. Because when I actually want to do what you need this for, it seems to take so much longer if you do it then instead of accidentally doing it earlier. And when you're playing through the game and you end up doing that a bunch of times, it becomes really annoying. Now, right here in the laundry pool where I'm picking up the fairy right now, I believe it might always be there. It's either here or somewhere in East Clocktown, as far as I know. And I think you need to use like the DQ flower to get to it, which you'll see where the DQ flower is. It's impossible to miss. It's just kind of there. And a little fun fact about that dog there: if you kind of chill around too long while you're DQ scrub, I don't know, is it DQ or Deku? I'm gonna be saying DQ the whole time, so no one bother correcting me because I admit that I might be wrong in my pronunciations here. But you didn't come here to learn how to pronounce stuff. You came here to learn how to beat this game. Hopefully. Either that or you're an old subscriber of mine just thinking, oh cool, let's watch this new walkthrough. I don't even have this game, but I'll play it anyway because I probably got most of my subscribers through my Resident Evil videos, but I can't only do Resident Evil, and this game, it definitely needs a walkthrough. I mean, Resident Evil 4 didn't really need a walkthrough, maybe just watching. It's more like watching someone play through on the hardest difficulty and then editing out their deaths. That would be a walkthrough of Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 3 definitely needed one. Metroid Other M was so straightforward it didn't even need one. But this game, it definitely needs a walkthrough because it is hard. And also, if I didn't mention it last video, I'm probably going to be getting all of the masks. So basically for two reasons. One, it would make the last boss fight a lot easier because there's one secret mask you can get that you have to get all of the masks to do. And the last boss, I'm not gonna lie, is actually a little bit difficult if you don't know what you're doing. And for instance, I said this is my first time even attempting to do 3 hearts in this game. Like at this point, I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. I'm probably gonna regret doing this later, but I'm gonna persist, I guess. So basically one of the points of the 3 hearts thing is to teach yourself how to make it as easy on yourself as possible, which is what I'm going for. Okay, so the whole point of this whole Clocktown start of the game section is you have to play hide and seek with these little children. And also right there was really annoying. One of the guys, I think he's supposed to be there, but he wasn't. And that kind of really ticked me off. Because I started like searching around town going, oh my god, where is that 5th guy? Which I think he only appears if you leave this section and come back. But I'm going to edit out all of my random searching. But frankly, I do think it was probably a good thing because it let me waste time because At the start of the game, you have to waste time, and there's no way. There's only one way to make it go faster, and after a while, it doesn't work. So yeah. All right. So here's East Clocktown. Now there's two children here. One of them's on the chicken. He's really easy to find, and also the game kind of showed you where they all were when they were panning around the camera when you first entered in here. So that's why it's a good idea not to explore too much when you first get into here. Now, it's really annoying this kid. I thought he was gonna, like, walk in some area that would trigger me leaving. And that's why I'm kind of hesitant to grab him too much. But I think he ran into something and just kind of sat down and gave up. I don't know. Well, they said they're playing hide and seek. I don't know why they're running from you. It's not like you're playing tag or anything. I know, these little kids are kind of annoying. That heart, we can't. Assuming you were going for it, you kind of can't at this moment, mainly because, yeah, blah. Sorry, I'm choking my words there. The DQ scrub, you're not tall enough to get to certain things. Like you're not even that tall as like human form. Like if you didn't already know, there's 4 forms counting human, and you don't really get the other 2 until a bit later. But DQ form, you're short and you have a lot of shortcomings. That was kind of a bad joke. But alright, so this is where the last kid is. And also there's this robber guy here who's there in the night during the first day. And yes, a lot of the events in this game, they're scripted. Like they will always happen at this time during this day, or always at that time during whatever day. So that guy, he's always going to be there. And blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I'm choking on my words again. And there is a little something you have to do with him. It's to get one of the masks, and I think it also helps you in getting something else, which I might show you that next video. But also, like right after this, I'm going to show you what it is. So skipping ahead a bit till about 12:15ish on the night of the first day. So he'll rob this old lady here, and what you have to do is kind of chase him down. And he'll run it in the stupidest path ever. I don't know why he runs there, and I think he runs all the way into the north here, which is the mountains. And there's what you're supposed to do is you can't even do this as a scrub here. You have to be a human and like cut it down with your sword or something like that. And then she's saying, "Oh, I thought it'll stop bomb bags." So I'm guessing that was a bag of bags. I don't know, that's a little weird. And you also get a pretty cool mask from doing that, and it's actually quite a useful mask too. But in a 3-heart run, it's not nearly as useful. All right, so that code they gave you, I didn't mention this yet. To the best of my knowledge, it's different every single game. So I think it might. And after a while, you can get this one item from these guys where you get a secret notebook where it's all about a helping people diary, pretty much. That's the best way I can describe it, and it's a little stupid, but whatever. All right, so right there is a spider hanging from the ceiling there, or Skulltula. You could, if you were walking on the pathway there, he would have come out at you, but I decided to be smart and avoid it, mainly because he deals more. He's much harder to kill as a scrub, mainly because the scrub isn't really that powerful. I mean, all he's really useful for is maybe his flying thing or smaller steps. I mean, he moves kind of fast, actually, when he does that spinny thing, which is the reason I keep spamming it repeatedly here. Alright, so the reason we went up here is we have to get the item that one scrub who was saying, "Get off my property." He wanted a moon tier, lunar tier, I forget exactly what it's called. But you go into the telescope here and you zoom into the top of this and you'll see Skull Kid. I don't even know if they gave him an official name other than Skull Kid. But I don't really want to talk too much about it without spoiling the plot. But basically he's wearing the mask, and the mask is super powerful. And so right there he does his little stupid butt dance thing, and it's kind of humorous, I guess, if you want to say. But, all right. Oh, my computer went black again there. Sorry about that. I had to cough now. So now, this is the part where after I grab this, I just have to kind of waste time. Like, you actually have to waste time. But I'm going to show you a couple of tricks to waste time. Now, right here, my controller was kind of screwed up in the C sticks. They weren't working for any direction other than down, which was kind of annoying. Fortunately, I fixed that by the end of this because there is a part where you have to use the C sticks. And if you have good intuition, you can probably figure out what it was that's going to require C stick usage. Alright, so now I'm going to have to do some backtracking here. Don't worry, guys. After a while, we're not going to really be near this clock town where it's just going to be starting there. Yeah, maybe do a few side quests in there to get masks or storing your money here, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. But right now, I'm going to show you probably the best way to pass time, which I'm going to do that in a second. See, the inn says it opens at 8 a.m. So we're going to come back here at 8 a.m. But I figured while I'm here, I might as well give the moon tier to the DQ scrub over here. And I was surprised that dog didn't get me, because I think it actually damages you. No, it doesn't damage you, but it knocks you over. So you give them that. And it's pretty weird watching this in tiny screen, because for some reason on the night of the first day, it goes into this super dramatic thing where the screen starts getting smaller. And it even does that when you're in a temple or something like that. So it was really annoying finding myself trying to get through a temple and then having to deal with that. Alright, so wait around until about 8. And now that it's 8 o'clock, you can go into the inn here. Now, it is possible to get a room in the inn, but I don't think you can do it as a scrub. So, yeah. And there's also a different innkeeper sometimes. But that I might explain in another video. If you get a room, there's 100 rupees in here. So the reason we went into here is because this old lady here, if you talk to her, she can tell you a story that passes a whole crap load of time, which is really good. So, and also there's an item you can get, which will let you stay and see the entire story. Yeah. So yeah, so you fall asleep during story, and it's now the 3rd day, which is what we want, because we need it to be midnight of the 3rd day. Okay, so there's nothing else to do in here. And after that, I'm going to skip ahead to West Clock Town. Here, I'm just kind of showing you something that I highly recommend doing every single time you play this game. So every time you're done playing, talk to this lady here, and she's like creepily patting the ground and stuff. So for a limited time, she'll give you stuff. So it's 200 rupees. It's quite excellent. You have to put in that much and you get the bigger wallet. That's basically what she meant. And also, there's an even bigger wallet. And maybe next video, I don't know. It's a couple videos. I'll show you probably the best money-making strategy to utilize in this game. Because a lot of the big money things were set in this game. A lot of the items were set every time you save, which that I can explain later when I talk about the saving system. I'll probably more talk about it in the next video about what happens when you save. But basically, this is a whole big quest to figure out how to save. Alright, so now it's midnight. Skip ahead to that. We're going up here, and you see Skull Kid. He's like laughing. He's like, haha, because it's funny, I'd throw the moon down on the entire planet. Yeah, that's a good idea. Alright, so you have to shoot a bubble at him, make him drop the ocarina. And then what it does, it triggers a cutscene where you're learning the Song of Time, or learning the Song of Time. So then after that, you bust out the ocarina, which for your viewing pleasure, I skipped that scene. And unfortunately, as I said last video, my sound was screwed up when I did this, so I had to mute it. And because you probably wouldn't have even heard this anyway. Alright, so playing the Song of Time is how you save. And also, it returns you to dawn of the first day, which is probably one of the weirdest saving systems ever. Alright guys, see you next video.